Lelo tozali le 20.
Kule nyuma. Mukimbile bana shisa hakuna hakuna. Adui. To be born as a Congolese, or sometimes there's why I feel rich and you feel like, oh, it's a curse or something. Was our country being cursed or something? Yet we are blessed.
Yeah.
You know? Because I've been looking on development in other countries. People are in deserts, but they are, they're becoming powerful countries in the world.
You are sitting on God, it's like a curse now.
Absolutely, yes. It's like blood and all of that. And as you know, our system, even the education system it's low. So many people are getting jobs as in Goma. People are going for schools and what. But at the end of the day, you have a master's degree, but you're a porter maybe in a market or somewhere.
Nothing to do with that one.
Nothing to do, and that's what it's leading to chaos, rebels, and all of that. Young people do not have what to do, and then again they see the poor system of the government. That's when things start from.
Wow.
And I think maybe this is the message to the rest of the people.
Yeah.
But maybe they will get this chance to see this or to hear this.
So, okay guys, how are you doing? Your friendly man is here. These stories are powered by Beaver Organic and Natural Healthcare Products. Dr. Senjebe Richard in Uganda. So visitors in Mengo. We're looking at the stories about the wars. Goma is trending because of the M23 capturing the city. I decided to take a visit to one of my Congolese friends, victims of the wars. These guys have been suffering for some good time. We want to understand what exactly happens in the wars. What does he understand about the word M23? What is happening in Goma? Join me as we dive into these stories. My gentleman, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying, and you?
Okay. How is life?
Life is 50-50.
Life is 50-50. Yeah. Say hi to my people.
Hello everyone.
Yes.
My name is Manu, or Emmanuel Manu.
Okay.
I'm a Congolese, living as a refugee here in Uganda for some good years.
Yeah.
I think, more than 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So also from Goma as well, and yeah.
So you come from Goma direct?
Yeah, I come from Goma direct.
You understand the stories about Goma now?
Of course, not Goma only, but
the whole of Congo.
North Kivu.
North Kivu.
Yeah, and South.
Oh my goodness. Actually, that is North Kivu. That's where we are. What have you ever heard about the M23?
About M23, according to my knowledge, I think it is a troop of former soldiers of, I think, Congo. That was something like, it was, I think it was they are former soldiers of Congo that they were not good with the system. Especially, as you know, we have this big issue of corruption, which is also eating the country, I think, or was eating the country by then. So I think they decided to start up their own, or to start being like, we are not going to stand with you in this way. So we need things that are right and all of that. We need something fair about peacekeeping and everything, and control to our minerals. Because according to the stories and what I know, that they were complaining how they are being exploited by the government and all of that. So I think it would not be better if we got deep into that, but that's a little bit that I know.
Little bit of it.
And once I remember that the M23, it means it is March 23rd, 2009.
Oh, yeah, March 23rd?
Yeah, 2009.
That's when it was started.
Yeah, that's when they started that issue and negotiations of, because I think it was a troop of more than 300 soldiers, former soldiers of Congo and all of that.
I come to ask, can you shed for us? People don't understand Goma. You've been in Kampala for some time. How does Goma look like?
I think Goma, it's a city which is flat, actually, like flat. We have I think one mountain in Goma. That's Nyiragongo, the volcano something, like in that region. That's what I can say. But if you look at Goma, it's a flat city.
In terms of business, they tell us that it's a very big trading city.
Apart from being a trade city, and I think why sometimes when they are to attack, when they attack Goma, they always think that they have taken a big part, like they own it. It's because you have an airport there, a big airport.
Yes.
And remember, Congo, it's a country of minerals and all of that. I think that is a place where they used to do the exports and what. And
I hear that in Goma there is gold, there is gold, the one they used for
cobalt.
Yeah, the
that's
one used
cobalt.
for
phones and all of that.
technology.
Yes, phones. And not only that, there are so many casterite and a lot of minerals that are there. But I think Goma, it's also a touristic city.
Yes.
As well. It has a lot of history, and as I said, it's somewhere that people do those tradings, and it's like a business
hub.
Yeah, where people play with billions of money.
Because when I read about it, it is near Uganda, it is
Rwanda
near
and
Rwanda,
Congo. Rwanda, Uganda, and Congo.
and most of the business which is going to Congo pass into Goma.
Goma, absolutely. From Rwanda to Goma, from Uganda to
Yes,
Goma.
very near.
Yes, yeah, but that I think that is the issue actually.
If I'm to ask you now, you yourself, you've been in the hub of the wars. What is your experience about the war, your first experience as a child growing?
I think it was some of like a torture, trauma, growing up in the country when you don't understand. You know, when you're in the stage or in a state of whereby you don't know anything, you're seeing things happening and it will be like, what is happening exactly? And by then we are still young, you can't really tell. Some of us were victims by watching people being violated and all of that, people being killed. Not in a way of like just M23, but a lot is happening in Goma or in Congo that people do not talk about. That's the issue. Maybe gladly the way the social media has been also improving and people have been having access to technology and the internet, but a lot has been happening. It's just that sometimes you don't get chances to see what people are going through as victims of wars and all of that, because when our government or the government is fighting with the rebels, of course we as the citizens are the ones that faces all the outcomes. Yeah, the collaterals and all of the bombs, the lost bullets and all of that. Because me personally I have like a lost bullet scar here, as you can see.
You have a what? Bullet scar?
Yeah, it was a lost, they call them balle perdue in French. It means like a lost bullet. You shoot, then it just
goes
anywhere. Yeah, so many people have been the victims of that. And yeah, so the challenges that I can talk about is too much of trauma, and when you're in such a war, people will not have access to food, what? Because you know as well that panic in people, you can't move out, blah 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 blah.
If I'm to ask you yourself,
people are running away.
Can you tell me one of your experiences which you can't forget?
I would say about those massacres, like people dying, people being killed. Yes. Absolutely, yes. Soldiers, neighbors, family members, which I will not be maybe specific.
Yeah.
Like a lot, just know it's a trauma and there's too much. But I also believe it's now time to people to get to know the truth.
About
get
Congo.
people to get to know the answers actually about Congo and what is happening back there.
If you had to recall, how was your journey from Goma to Kampala?
By that issue, we are stagnant, I think. When they, let's say, like I'm here, I'm not at home. The way we boys or kids, the way we go and we play somewhere away from home, there's something just happens out of nowhere. Then you run anyhow to save your life.
Let me ask again. Are your parents still there?
Yeah, I still have my parents. My mom, she's there, and she's here in Uganda actually. Yeah, by then I think UNHCR they had a program of a rescue with Red Cross, so give them their family details like names and all of that. Yeah, they can be easily retrieved and be like, we have some of your members somewhere, blah blah. You can join them and yeah.
So you were still telling me how you were carried from Congo to Uganda. Like on that day, what exactly happened? Briefly.
What I can say, a lot happened, which maybe I will not be able to say in details, but just know it was something more beyond human or humanity. Like a lot happens. A lot of people are getting sacrificed. Like I don't know how should I say it exactly, but it's something that can't leave you the same.
People are dying like animals.
Absolutely, yes. People always talk about genocide in Rwanda and all of that, but I think what happens in Congo is more than that. It's just that people do not know what is happening there exactly.
You want to tell me that what happened in Rwanda is smaller than what is happening in Congo?
Absolutely, yes. It's just that in Rwanda it happened once,
Yeah.
but Congo is happening every fucking minute. I'm sorry to use that kind of a tag,
Yes.
but it's happening every moment. Even till now, as I'm saying, people are dying.
People are dying.
Of course. And it's something that has been happening for decades. It's just that
we're just getting to know it now.
You have so many troops of rebels.
And
Terahamwe, M23,
others.
So Mai, there are so many troops.
If I'm asking you, because for us here, Congo is a hub of minerals. As you person, you've been there. What is really the main cause of a war in Congo? Do they have a problem of tribes? What?
According to my ability of understanding,
yes, you personally.
Me personally, according to my observation and what has been seen, what is leading to wars, what I will say, and I'm really sorry to say it, but I think it's the truth.
Yeah.
There are some governments and countries that are depending on Congo. Their development, it's under people's blood. They are like a lot is happening there because they have a lot of minerals in Congo, but the more people, let's say like the more they are vesting, the more blood is being, the more people are being slaughtered.
Repeat that statement again. You've said that there are more developed countries who are developing because of
blood that is being, like lives that has been taken from Congo.
So do you have a feeling that this war can ever end?
As someone who has been raised from two different cultures, yes, Congo and Uganda. And you know, we also have a saying that everything is possible. I believe that that war can go to an end,
but
when they take the actual like measures to end it, because I think it's beyond, to me, according to me, I believe it's something that is beyond what we see on social media as a follow of that.
So you feel like there are some big boys behind it?
Yeah, so many people are involved. That's what I think.
Or simply, if they want to stop in Congress, when maybe the minerals will be over.
Not the minerals to be over. I think some people have to withdraw.
Some people have to first withdraw and put their intentions aside.
Yeah, they go back to their countries and maybe people could sort their problems at the Congolese, they sort them out.
So you are saying
because
that
you can't come out from your house and you just come and tell me how to lead or how to do things. Of course, I would ask for your help due to our lack of resources and abilities, and this issue of, like, let's say value addition, capacity building and all of that. But still, I think it's always better when you leave people to sort out their problems at them, not you guys coming in and be like you're helping it, you after something. You know, in Uganda, go to that area room, you
no one cares without a reason.
Absolutely.
If I'm asking you, as a growing boy, you're not becoming a man. Share for someone a picture growing in a foreign land as a refugee, mostly in Africa. How does it look like surviving on people's mercy from childhood?
I think for me, since like I have been taking care of myself since childhood, and some people could see me speaking English and all of this. I've never went to school. I've been fighting for myself.
You've never gone to school?
Not really, not before. And maybe at some point you can notice it in my English that I'm making some
errors.
Little bit, yeah, of course. But still, being a refugee in a neighboring countries, of course, it's a challenge. But all in all, let's say when you're back from your countries, like in a country like Uganda, speak totally different languages, different ways, and people are seeing you in a different perspective.
Yeah.
People accusing you for stuff, political stuff, as you know, and all of that, you know, which leads to a sense of discrimination sometimes, which is not that much. And also a way of survival. Where are you going to start from? You don't have anything. Where are you going to sleep? Because some of us came to Uganda. By that time, it was a very long time ago. I will not be specific for
Yeah,
some reasons.
I know.
Which was a very, very long time. But in the camps, in the refugee camps where they don't have facilities, maybe where they can treat someone with wounds and all of that. Yeah. So whereby you have to come, like my mom was shooted here and in her thigh.
Yeah.
Like she couldn't get better treatments there.
So she was shot in Congo.
And somewhere, yeah, she was brought to Uganda with wounds and she was not yet okay. So it was really, really difficult to survive there in the refugee settlement, whereby you had to come to Kampala and start seeing maybe how you can get treated.
Yeah.
Of course, here we are other Congolese or Congolese communities, churches, as in churches, go and be asked, can you stay please at this church? I didn't make yourselves like you're one of the servants there and all of that. Yeah, so it was something not easy for you to learn a language to survive, which led us to start developing some crazy behaviors such as stealing and all of that in order for you to survive. You know, we are people that come from a culture where we eat greens and all of that, so we could also easily cross someone's garden, pick the trespass and maybe steal some greens and
look
all
for
of
food.
that. Yeah, absolutely, yes. You know, Sarge, I will not be so specific, but I think the most important thing, I will stick on that. It's the time right. It's the right time people to know or
What
to
is
get the
the
right answers, of course. Not only people to know and also we as Congolese to know.
Now, you as a Congolese community, people in Uganda here, you are very many, of course, I'm seeing you.
Yeah.
How are you guys surviving? We always hear stories that some refugees get money from UN and other international bodies. Is it right?
So I would clarify about that point maybe and also to people outside there, because I think it's just that there's ignorance about that issue.
Yeah.
Whereby people do not know what is really happening, but we have two different, like, let me call them classes of refugees.
Yes.
We have urban refugees and refugees that are registered in camps, like on the settlements. So urban refugees, they are refugees that we find in Kampala, most especially here in Kampala, being registered at OPM, yeah, and UNHCR. Then there are those refugees that stays in camps. Some of them they receive, of course, food monthly. Those ones in the camps, because I've ever been in the camps, like Nashiva refugee settlement. Yeah, I remember by then they used to distribute per head that was 6 kg of maize.
Per day?
No, monthly.
6
and
kg?
3 kgs of beans.
Yeah.
And I think 1 liter or 1.5 liters of oil, cooking oil.
Per person in the family? Per whole
Yeah,
family?
and this is a sad story. When we reach in the refugee settlement, there's a reception center where they receive you guys from. There's a little bit of orientation and all of that, you know. Then what they do, they give you a whole tarpaulins, blankets, slashers, maybe also a panga, and they give you a piece of land where you start from.
Cultivate something.
Then ask me, how will you start that?
That's what I want to
You
know.
have to make bricks
For yourself.
like you have to use those tarpaulins as your shed for your new home or for your new place. You understand? Because it's like resettling someone. They give you a piece of land, not permanently,
temporary.
Yeah, they just, because they're allowed only to build temporary structures. Yeah. Then it's you now to go and
fight
with the world, with the camp.
So the issue concerning money, don't you get that remittance to keep you alive?
The issue with the money, some people always get challenges. Because even then the camps and even here in Kampala to get jobs is not easy when you don't speak the language.
Of course, that's a
Like
problem.
let's say for me, I've been here for a while. I can speak English and Luganda, like some local languages. I can go and work somewhere, maybe in a construction site, and you know how they pay and all of that. And sometimes, you know, the system, man. Although everyone knows who has ever been into that hustle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that's it. The way of survival here, it's very, very hard for some people and also for some of us. Because there is those people also run away from Congo, from wars when they have their money. other things.
There are those who come with riches.
Yeah, some of them, some people, I don't know how they make it, but some people run away with their
With money,
riches.
yes.
Yeah. Which is not always easy.
Or even
to go
others
with
come
it.
when their families are there working for them.
For that one, I don't know because I can't tell the truth.
Because of course, for us, we see other countries like South Sudanese. Some of them come here
And
when their
Uganda, yeah, of
parents
course
are
they
there.
have channels and all of that,
Yes.
but still here in Congo, man, it's somehow difficult.
Somewhat difficult.
Because being a refugee is not a choice. It's the world that leads
It's the
you, or the
situation.
situation that leads you to that. No one who is, you never admire to be a refugee in your life, but the situation leads you to migrate, like
Yeah.
from one place to another, so that for your
become a
safety,
nomad.
and absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And there are challenges that of course you have to face because you're going to start afresh.
And you like,
I always keep that positive mindset in me,
Yeah.
or in friends and in my Congolese community.
okay.
Yeah, that things are not easy, but still we have to fight.
Now-
If we survived war and here we have peace, why won't we survive?
Now, okay,
Yeah.
I like that. If you survived war and you're having peace in like in Uganda here,
I've never seen a peaceful yeah, I've never traveled to any other countries, but I've never seen a such beautiful peaceful place like Uganda, like, to be honest.
oh my goodness.
And I think it's a land of opportunities where someone can go easily when they have that capacity of doing something. This issue of capital and also having that brain, you know.
I feel like, no, hold on a bit. This is a statement coming from a Congolese guy who's been in Uganda. You said you've never seen a country like
Uganda, a peaceful country like Uganda.
So you're calling Uganda land of
Bro, in
opportunities?
Congo, we sleep at around 6 to close up your doors. 6.
Yeah.
At 7, everyone will be like, yeah. When it reaches 8, when it's dark, the city is completely.
So what advice do you give us as Ugandans? Because man, for us we see Uganda as a problem.
As you know, they say, this life has no formula, and maybe I'll never suggest to anyone that this is the way that how you should do things, but I think they should just be grateful for what they have and they use what they have.
As Uganda, we should be grateful.
I think so. We should really be grateful and keep being hardworking and all of that, and use the opportunities around us. I'm telling you the truth, and I think Uganda is a country whereby someone can develop easily when you really know what you want, when you really have that vision and that passion. You know, because I've been living in ghettos for all these years.
Yes.
I know the challenges that people are facing.
In
I've been
Uganda
working
here.
for organizations. I've been volunteering as well. I know what is going on. You know, I've been doing surveys with people and all, like trying to learn and how to solve our challenges in slums. Because most of us as refugees, we can't afford those, you know, big places and all of that. In slums, that's why most of us stays. Like here in Uganda, if you go to Katwe in Zambia, this side of Navulagala, you find communities of Congolese because they are cheap, like rooms where people that can afford. And the main business that they do, Butembe, like street vendors and all of that, selling necklaces, as you know.
Have they survived in Uganda here? Are they surviving? However much it's small money they are getting, but are they living a good life, like that simple first life?
I will not tell you that they're living a good life, but they're counting the day that you know,
They count a day they spend.
Absolutely, yes. Because you can go mbo okute necklace ogenze kutembea naye notafunako adda kugulirako.
I know.
Neno ending up nogaba kankuole ompeko at least advance or something.
Let's use
Because
it.
I've ever did that.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you sell one or a ring and all of that, which are at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
And it's a business that due to the years and what so many people like we as the Congolese community, Burundians and what they have been into the business. So the business has been dropping as well, and you have this issue of
too much supply,
of
no demand.
KCCA.
Yeah.
If they find you, of course you know what happens.
What next?
Yeah. Because all those things have ever happened to me. I've ever been on street selling necklaces, blah 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 blah. And some of us, to be honest, we have been surviving from upcycling and recycling. Why am I using that term? Like we have been like street kids actually.
Yeah.
Because when our mom was like struggling with medicine and all, we used to go and collect bottles, metals.
To make sure you treat the mom.
You can even steal someone's stove.
Because you want a survival.
Hey, kasigiri no kasitula and you run with it.
Yeah.
To get the medicine, and by then it was very expensive. Yes, there are some refugees agencies that we are helping, like IAS and InterAIDS, but they can't pay for your rent, they can't pay for your
They can't
food.
take everything.
They can maybe help you to direct you where the hospitals are. You go to Mulago.
Yeah.
You know the system here, so of course.
I know.
They might be having Panadol, but they may actual medicine according to the test that
You've gone through.
They don't have it.
Okay, as I'm winding up, next edition we're gonna look at how these guys survive. What are they doing? What? A lot of things. I'm gonna do a visit of Congolese community in Uganda. Tell how refugees survive, guys. There was anyway. You can now briefly, as we are winding up, your analysis about a war and what you tell the world as a Congolese for all these years you guys have been suffering.
Sometimes there has been like, man, maybe things that I don't have control to. Why don't I just stop and look for survival? But still, that's my place of origin.
Yeah,
it's my motherland. That's where I come from, and I'm really proud of my country, though what is happening.
Yeah,
and I'm really proud to be a Congolese.
Yes,
or Congolese. To be born as a Congolese, or sometimes there's why I feel rich and I feel like, oh, it's a curse or something. Was our country being cursed or something? Yet we are blessed.
Yeah.
You know? Because I've been looking on development in other countries. People in deserts, but they are, they're becoming powerful countries in the world.
You are sitting on God, it's like a curse now.
Absolutely, yes. It's like blood and all of that. And as you know, our system, even the education system it's low. So many people are getting jobs as in Goma. People are going for schools and what. By the end of the day, have a master's degree, but you're a porter maybe in a market or somewhere.
Nothing to do with that one.
Nothing to do, and that's what it's leading to chaos, rebels, and all of that. Young people do not have what to do, and then again they see the poor system of the government. That's when things start from.
Wow.
And I think maybe this is the message to the rest of the people.
Yeah.
But maybe they will get this chance to see this or to hear this.
So the capture of M23 is a message to the world now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I think maybe to the governments. I know I'm not the right person to advise a government.
Yeah.
But what I know, I'm a government as well.
Of course, we're a government.
We are the one who decides.
Yeah.
We are the ones that vote.
Yeah.
I think it's a time for us to. I don't know if it's about voting right, all of that, but this is the message to the governments.
Yeah.
I think things can get more better than wars and chaos and all of that.
Okay.
I know people have been advocating a lot about blah 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 corruption and all of that, but let's let that corruption start with you as a person.
Okay.
Let's be real. Let's be like realistic. Like maybe other countries. I know everywhere there is corruption, but it reaches a time where things are too much. But I think it needs to start with you as a person. Yeah. Instead of focusing on how to vote maybe our next leader, maybe we can focus on how to make our communities better.
Guys, these are stories from the heart. We have a lot coming in, stories about refugees. Manu, thank you for this edition.
Yeah, man.
Okay. This story is powered by Beaver Organic Natural Healthcare Products, Dr. Senjobe Richard. Find us in Mengo, we're always there. Thank you.